At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
This year, help dreams come true with the Ideal Idaho.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west. Where muddy trails, where steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed. No distractions, no phones. Focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Vaping sucks you in quick. And the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit My Life.
And you're looking live here at Corbett Field at Lakeland High School in Rathdrum, Idaho. Good evening, Ryan Skaggs here with you with Brandon Bainey for tonight's broadcast here on IdahoSports.com. A 5A, 6A crossover. I was about to say 4A, but those are days of old. This is an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of North Idaho Game Night, brought to you locally by P1FCU, also presented by Project Filter, Valleywide Cooperative, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Additional coverage here on IdahoSports.com, of course, brought to you by P1FCU. The home team, the Lakeland Hawks, hosting the visiting team, the Post Falls Trojans, undefeated coming into this ball game. They're on a bit of a roll, 3-0 on the season. Lakeland 3-1, coming off of a loss last week to Frenchtown, Montana. And the battle for the prairie tonight, Brandon.
And not an empty seat in the house. It's homecoming tonight here for Lakeland as well, and a pretty juicy matchup. North Idaho Game Night presented by P1FCU. I couldn't think of a better matchup. Post Falls 3-0, Lakeland 3-1. Suffered their first loss of the season last week against the Frenchtown Bronx from just over the pass in Montana. That's a really good Frenchtown team, though, from Montana. And it was a low-scoring game, 14-7. I think that's the key for Lakeland tonight. If it's a low-scoring defensive affair, that tilts Lakeland's direction. Post Falls, meanwhile, wants to run that up-tempo offense, put the points up on the board.
And they can put points up in a hurry, too. We've seen that offensive explosion a few times this year already. They're coming off of a win. Post Falls is over Eastmont High School out of Wenatchee last week, and a really good program in the state of Washington that Post Falls beat. And should be a dandy of a ball game. We saw Lakeland pull the stunner couple years ago here on this field when they beat Post Falls at home. Flex on the smaller Lakeland High School tonight, but Lakeland, I mean, I give a puncher's chance with the offensive line that they've got, the running game. Their defense is absolutely outstanding. I think the most points they've given up this year in one game is 14 points. So,
These teams love to run the football. Each of them have a bell cow running back. Lovey Weil for Lakeland, Devin Burton for Post Falls.
Back here at Lakeland High School on IdahoSports.com.
Anything better than my Ascend checking account. It's a free account that offers 3.5% of your average monthly balance. What's not to love?
Open your P1FCU checking account at p1fcu.org and start earning today.
As Idahoans,
go. Yeah, let's go. Yes. All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
Vaping
At all our
sucks
local
you in
Teton
quick,
dealerships,
and the more you
we're
vape,
committed to
the
our
harder
no
it is to
problem
quit.
philosophy.
Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's
No
why
problem
thousands of
means
teens
we'll
are
find
joining
it.
My
Not,
Life, My
we don't
Quit.
have it.
Visit mylifemyquit.com or text
No
Start
problem
My
means the
Quit
same
to
fair prices that we've
36072.
always offered on our new vehicles.
Because when you shop with us, it's always no problem to buy and service your vehicles.
And we're back here for homecoming at Lakeland High School. Our stream is off. All right, so we're ready for tonight's ball game as we got 2 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock before kickoff. It is homecoming night here in Rathdrum for Lakeland High School as the visiting Post Falls Trojans taking on the home Lakeland Hawks. And Post Falls announcing their offensive starters as Jimerson falls down on the handshake line there.
Junior wide receiver, number 5, Jake.
So we got Tim Cronley saying hi, former Lakeland AD, Timberlake AD.
Senior wide receiver, number 8, Trenton McLean.
So yeah, we're here setting up for tonight's ball game, and it should be a good game. I mean, you look at two different styles. Lakeland, very ball control oriented. 5 seconds left, and then Post Falls, you look at them, and it's like, how many plays can we fit in a ball game? We're going to try it. So you're like, hey, how many plays, Bennett? You know, how many plays you want to run in tonight's game? All of them.
Yeah, and as I was saying in the pregame, both these teams have the bell cow running back. Devin Burton for Post Falls, Lovey Weil for Lakeland. To me, the key tonight is going to be which quarterback can make enough plays in the passing game, but also with their feet to keep the defenses honest. Hayden Benson loves to run the ball. He can sling it when he needs to, but I think for Lakeland to really take that next step, you know, they need to get a more consistent passing game on pace. And meanwhile, for Post Falls, Isaac McEwen, we've seen the improvement before our very eyes. Last year as a junior, first coming into the quarterback role, a little jittery to start, but he got more comfortable as the season went along. Now in his second season as a starter, he's got the full control of this offense and a lot of good receivers to get the ball to.
You know, the other thing you notice about him too is he looked a little slight on this build last year. That is something he worked on over the summer. He's a svelte 200-pounder. I mean, he comes in, he's a pretty good big kid. Back there is a signal caller for the Trojans. He fills out.
And for you, I think of Tyrus Blake right away in the secondary for Post Falls tonight. Yep. He's a big guy. He run that kind of that 3-4 defense. Cash Lund was a very busy guy when we were here 2 weeks ago for the Weiser game. We'll see what they do with the nose tackle. Sometimes they go a bit. We're 10 seconds away from the coin toss here. I can't wait.
Yeah, no, and you talk about Lakeland's defense. They can kind of go multiple with their coordinator for a long time is how to make his defenses multiple. And, you know, with a pass-heavy team like Post Falls, they're going to have to put probably an extra second, see how things progress from here.
There's some open seating on the other side of the track. Please make sure you walk around the west end of the stadium if you got a
captains on the field for the Hawks, Carter Vanek and number 9. Post Falls is going to kick. Lakeland will receive to start tonight's ball game.
Result of the joint cause, Post Falls.
They deferred. Post Falls won, deferred, and then Lakeland's going to start with the football tonight. Well, I think they're going to give them the 15. We got a flag out there as things got chippy already.
Sorry, you missed that glorious kickoff. I got distracted by the fireworks that went off right as they teed it up tonight.
Short return by
and this is one of the more underrated rivalries, right? Post Falls and Lakeland are only,
6 miles apart.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, this one is called the Prairie Pig in basketball.
And now, of course, they're in their own separate. You know, Post Falls is 6A, Lakeland is 5A, but there was once upon a time where they were in the same conference.
There was once upon a time Lakeland was the bigger school.
Yes.
So we had to start the game with opening penalties, offsetting penalties for personal fouls on both teams. So Lakeland's going to get the football right where they ended up with it on the return at the 15-yard line, setting up Shot Benson in the shotgun. Lovey Weil in the backfield with him. 2 receivers out to the left, tight end to the right. That's Burmeister at tight end.
Around the right side.
Nice tackle defensively from Cannon McEwen. 6 foot, 210-pound linebacker for Post Falls High.
They're going to give him about 2.5, 3 on the carry. Bring up second down. I think they're going 2 officially.
And already a guy I'm looking at tonight is Christopher Click, defensive tackle for Post Falls, 6'1", 252. How will he do against that stout Lakeland offensive line?
So handoff run inside over the right side of that offensive line is Weil. And he's going to pick up 2 on the carry, maybe 3.
And so here's the thing now with Lakeland. You know, early in the season, they played some opponents like Weiser and Frenchtown, teams that didn't really know them that well. Post Falls knows Lakeland and knows what they're all about. So
Lakeland knows Post Falls, too. I mean, so there's the inverse of that, too. The beautiful thing about football is for every truth, there's a truth going the other direction, too. So
it's very true.
So 3rd down and 5. Benson in the shotgun. Play action. Out in the flat over the right side, gets the reception. Still on his feet, across the 40. He's off to the races down the sideline. The 40, the 30, to the 20. He's going to be chased down and knocked out of bounds. Huge reception from Lakeland.
Pass complete to number 18, Peyton Hillman.
Hillman with the,
Big game for the Hawks.
see where they spot this here. The 74-yard reception.
And that's what Lakeland does in the passing game. Get the ball to your athletes, let them make the plays in space. You saw Hillman turn on the Jets as soon as he caught that ball in the flat. And Hillman playing exclusively receiver this year after he had to help fill in at quarterback last year.
So opening the game with a 74-yard reception. Handing off Weil over the right side, funneling his pulling guard. He's going to pick up 3 on the carry.
And what a big play like that can do. It's like a shot in the arm, right? It gets you refocused and fired up. And now Post falls on their heels a little bit.
Sorry, that was a 64-yard reception. My bad, I'm counting yard lines incorrectly.
You know what I've found with math? If you say it confidently enough, anybody's going to believe it.
You're not here, you don't know.
That's exactly, yeah.
2nd down and 8. They still have the line to gain is going to be right around the 2-yard line. So they can get a first. Throwing the fade to the corner of the end zone, incomplete. Looking for his intended receiver. We got a flag out there on the play. Looking for Hillman.
They're going to get Sean Hudson for the defensive interference there. The key is he never turned around. Yep. That's the key there. And yeah, you can defend the ball, but at some point you've got to turn around and make a play on that ball. He never did.
So they'll bring up 1st down here. Half the distance to the goal. Burmeister checks in at tight end.
Going with that power package. We might see Terry Davis come in there at fullback too for Lakeland.
So we're waiting for the spot here. They're going to bring it all the way up to the 2-yard line. Sorry, 3-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 1. Handoff, Weil, straight ahead. He's going to have the first and get stopped shy of the goal line. From this angle, it's so hard to see because we're all the way back at the 35 on the opposite side of the field. So gain of 4 for Weil.
Yeah, it's going to be 1st and goal for Lakeland. That ball is right outside, right inside the 5-yard line.
So ball just shy of the 4. 1st and goal. Man, a shot in the arm for the Hawks here. If they can get a touchdown on the opening drive, that'd be a huge boost for Lakeland in this huge homecoming game. They're going to run toss out to the side. Ball's on the ground, and I think Post Falls fell on it. And that is the first turnover of the ball.
You know who recovered that fumble? Sean Hudson, the guy who got the penalty. So he atones for the penalty, recovers the fumble for the Trojans. That's number 10, Sean.
All the way down there. I mean, they go, what, 84 yards out of 85 that they needed?
Yeah, it's brutal.
Turn it over. Post Falls now. McEwen's going to pass over to the flat on the right side. Through one would-be tackler. He's got a receiver down the sideline out to the 20. Knocked out of bounds right around the 33-yard line. Huge gain on 1st down. That was a pickup of 29. I didn't get the number on the reception there.
Yeah, I didn't either. Sorry. We need a spotter.
McEwen going to pass over to the right side here. Skips incomplete and low. So incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 10 after the huge first play there. McEwen in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his left.
Trojan, but Terry Davis in the hole to meet him.
Nice tackle at the line of scrimmage by Terry Davis. So brings up 3rd down and 10. Jimerson in the middle slot here over to the left. Snap, handoff. Burton straight ahead, nothing. He's going to pick up 3 and bring up 4. Post Falls back to punt here. So Post Falls gets the turnover but can't do much with it, and they're going to turn it over here. They get the big first play and then nothing doing. Lakeland makes a stand on defense. Oh, this wobbling spiral goes over the head of the intended receiver, and nice punt there, flipping the field, getting all the way down to the 14.
Now, are you going to make a play in the pass?
Running out to the right side. Taylor comes up, gets the first down. Huge gain of Taylor.
That moves the chains for the Hawks. First down and 10. Lakeland Hawks.
Ash. Pass out to the left.
Flag out at the end of the play as well.
It's been like on the Hawks, so it'll be a dead ball personal.
Yeah, just keep going.
So second down and Benson in the game already, though, is 3 of 4 passes you would hope for if you're Lakeland. So Taylor, huge reception over the right side. That was a beautiful pass. I still don't know what the meeting is for at the 40-yard line. I never saw a flag on the field. So it turned into a Benson under center this time, handing off Weil over the left side. Huge hole over there. He's threw the balls out again. That's the 3rd time the balls came out. And Post Falls gets the fumble recovery.
Fumble on the play recovered by the Trojans. First down and 10.
4:05 to go, first quarter. No score yet, but man, oh man. 2 possessions ending the same way for Lakeland.
That's the second time the Hawks have coughed up the football.
Yeah.
So Post Falls going to have decent field position here. Ball at the 35-yard line. Hand off straight ahead. Burton smacked in the hole. That was a huge hit. Trying to get a number out there. It was number 6.
Linebacker Nate Bavacqua.
That's a freshman, folks. Nate Bavacqua.
Well, that's why he was named the captain tonight.
His dad's one of the assistant coaches. Nate's a good kid, too. I don't know since he's a little guy. That's a huge hit. Gain of 1 by Burton. Over the right side. Flag down on the play across midfield. What stands as a nice gain so far.
And that came from the back judge, so I'm a little curious to see what the call is going to be.
Could be holding?
Yeah, for this one.
Trojans move the ball around the right
Was
side.
Burton again on the carry, but.
You know, you talked about Bavacqua. The first person I think of
Or Felix, sorry, that was Felix on the carry. I apologize. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I always think of softball first. Colleen Bavacqua. She was the softball coach for a really long time at Lakeland.
Colleen Bavacqua sitting down in the stands over there, and then Al, her husband, is down on the sideline as one of the defensive coaches for the Hawks.
And Al coaches the baseball team,
Yep,
right?
he's the new baseball coach.
Yeah, okay.
So that was a hold on Post Falls, so that'll negate the huge run. It'll be second down and 9. Pass over to the left side, spins through one would-be tackler. McEwen gets it to number 11. That's Cody Matthews on the reception.
I'll tell you what, we're getting down to 3:10 to play first quarter. Still no score. That plays into Lakeland's hand here.
Jumping across the line of scrimmage. We got a penalty on Lakeland. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. It'll still be 3rd down, but 3rd and short here. McEwen got the entire Lakeland defensive front to come sailing across the line of scrimmage. Trevor Miller in the house. Post Falls great. Idaho Vandal. So they're going to give Post Falls the 1st down on the penalty there.
What do you think tonight's attendance is?
A lot. There's got to be easily 3,000. McEwen dropped back to pass. He's going to let it fly. Had his receiver right in the hands and incomplete. Second down to 10. McEwen in the pistol. 2-step drop. He's going to let it fly. And throws over the head of his intended receiver. He was looking for Trenton McLean. Running the post there.
Must be 3rd down. I just heard Ozzy Osbourne. I've been a little distracted tonight, Ryan.
Burton in motion out to the left of the side of the offense. Another shot right down the middle, and they're going to get another flag on the play. We've certainly had the laundry on this game so far early on.
You know, we've seen this on a couple of passes early. McEwen is just a little bit off. If he can lock in and start firing strikes to guys.
So they're going to call Lakeland for pass interference there, so it'll be the free 1st down for Post Falls. I understand what they're trying to do. Lakeland's kind of pressing up a little bit, and they're trying to run right past it, and there's not safety help over the top. Handoff straight ahead, Burton spinning. Sorry, that's Felix spinning and absolutely drilled. That was Cash Lund on the tackle. The huge hit on Felix picks up about 1.5.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide that time.
2nd and 8.
So 2nd down and 8. 2:07 left here in the first quarter. Still no score. Pass out to the right side, has his receiver, and knocked out just before the sticks. That was number 11, Cody Matthews on the reception. Picks up 7. He's going to be just short. 40-yard line. Sorry, 30-yard line. Hard count by McEwen trying to draw Lakeland off sides. Waiting for the signal off the sideline. I think we're going to get a timeout from Coach Bennett. So first time out of the game comes from Post Falls. For him. So still no score in the game. I mean, Lakeland's put together a couple nice drives, but turnovers have been the absolute Achilles heel for the Hawks early on in this one. They've been controlling it on the stat sheet, but you know, they've defensively been playing Post Falls pretty tough.
Yeah, I mean, and like we said, really Post Falls, this is only their 2nd possession of the night, but the first one that really feels like a possession because they went 3 and out so quickly on that first drive tonight, right?
Yeah, I mean, they got the nice 29-yard reception to open things up, then all of a sudden the wheels fell off and they just stalled out, had to punt it back away. So 3rd and 1. We'll see what Coach Bennett dialed up in the huddle there, coming out of the timeout. Interesting matchup here in the near side of the screen if you're looking with Jace Taylor covering Ostlin. Lakeland showing pressure here. Changing the play at the line of scrimmage is McEwen. He's going to just dive straight ahead. He's initially met. I don't know if he got the line to gain. We'll see where they put the spot as I see the far line judge creeping ahead just a little bit. I think they're going to give them the first down.
To the naked eye, it looked like maybe he got stonewalled, but on the spot, I think definitely enough to move the chains.
Yep. So McEwen with the 1 yard run gets enough for the first down, so it'll be a fresh set of downs for the Trojans. Ball at the 29-yard line. As Lakeland's coach is hot.
Some timeouts to talk to your players, some are to talk to your coaches. Occasionally you might come out to talk to the official.
Yeah, so I mean, burning a timeout to have the conversation with the official makes some sense in that situation. I don't know if he agreed with the spot. I mean, his defense was in the right place, but I think on second effort alone, McEwen had enough to get the first down.
Well, now each side is...
Shoes. Thanks for sticking by with us.
I mean, there's got to be, what, 2,000 people here?
Oh, easily. As Schroeder is getting an earful. This game means a lot to both teams. I mean, you talk about the distance between both schools, but, I mean, really, if you're Lakeland, you really, really want this game. A huge, it's a feather in the cap on the season. McEwen drops back, lets it fly down the sideline. He's got a receiver. Caden Carl on the coverage, 6-foot corner. So brings up second down to 10. They're going to run the bubble screen out here over the head of the intended receiver and goes out of bounds. I don't know if they said that was, yeah, they're going to say it's just an incomplete pass, not a lateral. That's close.
Chosen pass, incomplete, good coverage by the Hawks on the play. 3rd down and 10.
So 3rd and 10. After the incompletion. McEwen back to pass. Absolutely rocked, lets it fly. Jimerson goes up, and we might have an interception in the end zone.
Yep, it is.
If that is stance, that is the most incredible, one of the most incredible defensive plays I've seen. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, I believe that was Cash Lund who came down with that pick in the end zone. They're still giving him his attaboys on the sideline there. That's a throw that McEwen, it's tempting to make, but into the wind, it just hung in the air, and that's a throw you just can't make.
He got absolutely rocked when he let that fly. And Lund comes down with the interception. I think it went off of the heel. It hit Jimerson right in the breadbasket, and then he got hit on the way down and coughed it up, and then it went off his leg right into Lund's hands. That was unbelievable.
Yeah. And while we have a moment, it appears our internet connection is somewhat stable. I'll say thank you for bearing with us tonight here on IdahoSports.com.
Yeah, you throw 3,500 people in the stands with cell phone signals going crazy, you're going to end up with some connectivity issues. Toss out to the near side. Weil cutting back inside. Nice gain there on first down. Going to pick up 6.
So, yeah, there's 3,500 people here tonight. We're all on the same cell tower. We are not in the press box where there might be hardwired internet or no room in the inn, so we're out here amongst the people. You can go back and watch this game anytime at IdahoSports.com via our archives. So I know we're kind of jumping around and stopping and starting, but.
So second down at 6. Benson in the shotgun. And he's going to keep it right up the middle, pick up the first down and then some. He's still on his feet. Across the 40, rumbling across midfield. Gets down to the 47-yard line. That is a nice gain there
Aiden Benson with less than 10 seconds to go here in our first quarter. Quarterback keeper.
Yeah, pickup of 31 on the carry.
That should take us to the end of the first.
And that will be the end of the first quarter of play. Lakeland 0. Post Falls 0. We're all knotted up in this one.
Cross-country athlete, 6 tickets for $5. This is your chance.
I want to thank tonight's sponsor of the ball game, North Idaho Game Night here on IdahoSports.com.
Thanks. All right. Not like I'm here trying to do a job. You know what? I think we're just going to go to the course. Well,
all right, so as we flip ends of the field, Lakeland's going to hit the ball the 48-yard line. First down to 10 after the nice run inside. Hot spot. Under center, Benson going to turn around, hand it off. Weil has 10 and down to the 8-yard line. What a run. 40-yard carry from Lovey Weil.
Weaving run for the Hawks. First down and 10, Lakeland Hawks.
So that's the Lovey Weil we've known to hand off left side. Wow, jump cut back in the hole. Down to the 5, picks up a couple.
Down in 5 to the goal for the Hawks.
Second down and goal. Benson taking the play off the sideline, coming in. Two receivers out to the left. They're going to have a shift here. Jumbo heavy over on the left side. Weil cutting back inside the 5, down to the 2.
Weil again on the carry. Number 15, Damian Hamilton, meeting him at the goal line.
Nice carry by Weil, following his lead blocker on that edge.
Third and goal from the 2. Who wants it more here?
Bavakwa, the freshman, in at fullback. He's actually in a tight end over on the left now. Two fullbacks. The old Maryland eye. Weil up and over the top into the end zone for the touchdown for Lakeland. I'll let Trevor Miller slide going around the camera.
I wasn't going to say anything.
He's heard it. So Lovey Weil on the 2-yard carry gets the touchdown for the Hawks. The point after attempt waiting from Lakeland. So Lakeland draws first blood here in the second quarter. Kick up and through the uprights and good. 7-0. Lakeland's got the lead over Post Falls here on homecoming. See if Post Falls can get cooking here on offense. You look at Lakeland's 3 drives. They are dominating the stat sheet right now, except for the glaring stat that stands out, those 2 turnovers. They both happened deep in Lakeland territory.
Fumbled literally inside the 5, right? And then
another one inside the 20.
Yeah. But for Post Falls, okay out there too.
So ensuing kickoff after the Lakeland touchdown. Weil, 10 carry, 5. He's 4 of 5 for 98 yards passing. Burton has it on the return.
Number 21, Brandon
Sorry, that's
Felix.
Felix. I keep calling Felix Burton. That's a shame on me.
How dare you besmirch?
One of the players for Lake City was calling him by his dad's name because he wrote about his dad 20 years ago from Lewiston. He's like, old habits die. But it's going to go incomplete.
Could have been potentially the 3rd takeaway of the night for that Lakeland defense.
For Lakeland.
Oh, yeah, sorry, 2nd takeaway of the night.
Trips to the left. McEwen drops back. That was Cash Lund on the coverage.
He's the guy who came down with that pick.
So 3rd down and 10. 9:59 left here. Single back in the backfield is Felix. McEwen, survey. He's going to pick up 7.
That's completed number 8, Trojans and McLean.
This Lakeland defense has got them all out of sorts right now. They can't get any type of rhythm going.
4th down and 3.
His post falls. Lakeland's going to send Jace Taylor back deep to receive. Kick is up. A wobbling spiral. Taylor's going to let it hit and back away. And it is going to take a on that right at the 19-yard line. So a great punt flipping the field for Post Falls. Their kicker has been keeping them. Lakeland with a long field to go. So, I mean, that's been, the special teams has been working for Post Falls.
Yes.
Player of the game so far for the Trojans is the punter.
One of the pockets. If you're missing a black leather fanny pack, please report to the concession stand. They'll return your property.
So ball at the 19-yard line. Lakeland going to start out. Benson's going to start out under center here. Single back in the backfield as Weil. Handoff, Weil over the left side. Jukes one man. He's going to get wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. He's still on his feet. And finally swung down to the turf, picks up 4 on the carry.
On the carry for the Hawks. Great 2nd and 3rd effort.
8:50 and rolling before halftime. This is exactly the kind of half Lakeland wants. Control the clock, keep the possessions low. Post Falls needs to stop in a bad way.
They want to keep the turnovers lower. That's the problem so far for Lakeland. Post Falls hasn't been able to really get in rhythm on offense. Lakeland's done a great job defensively handling that Post Falls up-tempo offense. 8:25 and counting here in the first half. Little read option inside, handing off to Weil. Gain of maybe 1 on the play. His 12th carry of the ball game.
Well on the carry. Cannon McEwen making the stop for the Trojans. 3rd down, 4 yards to go for Lakeland.
So 3rd down and 4. Lakeland breaks the huddle here while in the I formation, dotting the I in the formation. Benson under center. Play action. Still on his feet. He's going to get sacked in the backfield. Dropped for a loss of 4. Maybe 5 on the play.
Lakeland pass play broken up by number 6, Tyrus Blake of the Trojans. Loss for the Hawks, 4th down.
Blake on the blitz from his safety position.
So there's the stop that Post Falls needed. They're going to get pretty good field position here, too.
Yeah, punter's heels are right on the goal line. Good snap. Kick is up and away. As Jimerson gets the fair catch, he's going to bring it down at the 43.
Drifted on him for a second there.
Kind of a knuckleball.
Yeah.
Post Falls bunt, or Hawk bunt rather, down by Post Falls at the 42, 1st down and 10.
So 1st down and 10. Post Falls going to start on offense here. See if they get some rhythm moving before halftime. So far, this Lakeland defense is kind of stymied Post Falls. Post Falls has had some miscues, some incompletions. McEwen throws it, has his receiver on the slant. Pickup of 10 on the play. That was McLean on the reception.
That's what you need, a couple of rhythm throws, get your feet settled back under you. Still plenty of time, 6:39 to go here before halftime.
12th pass of the game for McCune. He's going to hand off here straight ahead. Burton, nice cut in the hole. He's going to get tackled, picks up a nice gain of 8.
Just what the doctor ordered. A couple of quick plays, and now here comes that famous tempo offense.
So trips out to the right side for the Trojans. McCune in the pistol. Burton behind him. Talk about a bevy of running backs that Post Falls has had over the last few years. Burton's gets the first down there. Nice gain, pickup of 8.
McLean again carrying the ball.
It's like Post Falls every year cranks out a rusher that's, you know, in the top 10 in the state in rushing.
Yeah, funny how that happens, right?
Toss out to the right side. This is Felix. Picks up the first down. He's still on his feet and rumbling. Gain of 12 from Felix.
Brandon Felix with the carry. Landon Burmeister making the tackle for the Hawks with the Trojans.
Now
tempo, here it is.
Yeah, now Post Falls feeling the momentum. They want to line up and get more.
So 1st and 10. Ball on the right hash. Hand off over the right side and close to a first down. That was Felix on the carry. He'll pick up 9. McCune in the pistol. That hard count, every time they get inside of 3 yards there, he goes right to the hard count. He's going to, I don't know if that was an inside handoff or it was a throw. That's Burton over the left side with the first down.
Evan Burton on the carry.
That was a carry.
Needs the line to gain. 1st and goal for the Trojans on around the 9.
Ball at the 9-yard line. Handoff, Burton over the left side. Winding his way. Down inside the 5. Down to the 4.
Big fella up front wanted the touchdown there. That was Kyler Miller. Offensive guard won't get it.
Devin Burton again on the carry.
This really is okay. You're taking more time off the clock. 4:20 to play in the half.
As we got an encroachment penalty on Lakeland, it'll go half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, it just helps the cause even more, right?
So 2nd down and goal, just a little bit closer now. We're inside the 3. Probably expect Felix maybe gets a carry here. There it is. Felix over the left side, gets close to the goal line. He's going to be stopped just shy.
Cameron Felix on the carry.
Clock continues to run.
In on the play for Lakeland, among others. No gain. 3rd down 2.
Yeah, this no huddle wears on you. I can tell you that as a coach, former coach, that ran the no huddle. I mean, that was like having an extra 12, 13, 14, and 15th man on the field.
Especially against Lakeland, who plays a lot of guys both ways.
Handoff, Burton right side. I think he's in. Touchdown, Post Falls. Burton goes into the end zone from a yard out. So Post Falls strikes back, waiting the point after a 10.
Beautifully orchestrated drive there from the Trojans. Just what they needed.
Yeah, that's what we come to know from Coach Bennett. His offense, he's been running for so long. I mean, he literally does clinics about his offense and tempo.
Wow.
Kick is up and good from freshman Brandon Singleton.
Meanwhile, Ryan, tonight came down to an onside kick attempt that failed at the end. Final score, Pocatello 49, Sandpoint 48.
Oh.
Wow, Pokey gets the 1 point.
What a ball game.
Yes. Absolute shootout. Wow.
But you want to, if you're Sandpoint, you desperately want that win if you're hoping for a lift.
They gave up 40 plus to Post Falls. They gave up 40 plus now to Pocatello.
Return across the 30 down to the 32-yard line.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And Lakeland's got
for the half. As Lakeland's offense comes back left, a couple receivers out to the right. Lakeland going without the tight end here. Kind of a spread formation. Time, Brandon.
I'm good. I'm good with that.
Homecoming here at Lakeland High, easily.
So we call an all-time night.
That's right. Huge crowd here at Lakeland High School. Benson catch from Benson to Taylor.
You know, they say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Lakeland kind of doing what Post Falls did on that last drive.
Over 100 yards passing in the game from Benson already. First down at 10. Ball at the 47-yard line. Tight trips to the left side here. Expect a little bubble screen. That's what they got. Taylor in space, trying to get him to the edge across midfield, out of bounds. Stopping the clock again.
Hurdle's the sign for, I can't say who the advertiser is. They didn't advertise with us. He hurdled that sign pretty impressively. You could read it if you were watching.
Coach Kiefer, he's involved in the track program. Maybe keeping his eyes open there for spring.
Yeah.
Taylor on the 7-yard reception.
Ball spotted on the 39.
Benson barking out the signals. And I think we're going to false start on Lakeland. They'll knock him back 5. Bring up second down and 8.
False start, Lakeland.
See, and that's what'll absolutely kill you here. 2:34 to go before halftime. You're giving up the ball to start the second half. Can't move backwards.
7 for the Hawks.
Picks up about 6 on the play.
Benson to Taylor. Third down, 2 yards to go for Lakeland.
So 3rd and 2. 2:24 on the clock here. Lakeland's been really smart with using that sideline.
Stop the clock, right?
Stopping the clock, leaving some time out there. Needs the first here, though. Don't want to leave Post Falls with much time before the half. Handoff, Weil. First down, cuts back inside. Beautiful gain there on 3rd down, picks up the first. Pickup of 9.
Lovey Well on the carry. And that moves the chains. First down and 10, Lakeland Hawks.
In case you couldn't hear it, first down and 10, Lakeland Hawks. We're right by the loudspeakers here.
13th carry of the ball game, 82 yards for Lovey Weil so far. Trips out to the right. Benson drops back, surveys. He's going to scramble. Nope, he's going to pass. He's got a receiver down towards the end zone. And in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. That was good coverage out there by Talon McCracken.
I'll tell you what, though, Hayden Benson looked like an NFL pocket passer there, stepping up past the rush, released a good deep throw, didn't panic.
Yep.
Like you said, I thought he was going to take off and run with it. Took a shot instead. I liked that.
That was a nice ball, too, but really good coverage out there by McCracken in the corner. Second down to 10.
Second down and 10.
Just the second incompletion of the night so far from Benson. Benson barks a signal, drops back, surveys, looking, throws out the left side. He had Taylor wide open on the right side of the offense and didn't see him. Intended for number 80, Cash Lund. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Post Falls kind of dodged the bullet there because Taylor was wide open out in that right flat. He came on that crossing pattern and nobody picked him up. I'm sure somebody on the Lakeland coaching staff saw that one, though. That was a little too obvious.
Let's go to the crossers again, they're saying.
Go back to the well.
Yeah.
So trips out to the right, single receiver out to the left. Benson passing, surveys, steps up, looking. There's the shot. be the hammer or be the nail, and Benson puts his shoulder down.
That was Tyrus Blake that he bowled over at the end of that play there. It's a bad dude at the back end of that Post Falls defense. And there you saw that time again. He stepped up past the pass rush, and because he threw that deep ball on the previous play, Post Falls thought he was going to release it again. Instead, he decides to take off and run that time. I'm telling you what, Hayden Benson maturing before our eyes here at QB.
Deceptive runner. Benson surveying, looking, scrambling. He might have to get rid of it. He's going to eat the sack there. Gets knocked down on his wallet back at the 17-yard line. Loss of 5.
It's Cannon McEwen who took him down there.
Loss of 5 for the Hawks, 2nd down and 15 on the 16-yard line.
And now if you're Lakeland, you're okay running the clock down. You want to just hold this ball until halftime, whether you score or not.
You got a kicker too. I mean, Parker Sterling's a solid kicker.
It's all he does.
Yeah.
Is kick. So
I mean, you could take some points here relatively, not out of the question before half here. I know they'd like a touchdown. I'm going to pass in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Who's looking at number 12, Peyton Burcham.
Incomplete pass.
Or sorry, not Burcham. That was Dylan Scott, the intended receiver.
4th down and 15.
So 3rd down and 15. I don't know where they got 4th down from, but it's 3rd down.
2-down territory. You don't have to get all 15 yards here. You could get 8 to 10. And
I wouldn't be surprised if they try to run it here, maybe back up the middle, see if they can put it in the middle of the field and put a boot in before half. But
incredibly, each team burned a timeout early in that first quarter, and they've held on to them, the rest of them. So each side has 2 timeouts left.
You jinxed us. Timeout on the field. Lakeland takes the timeout to think about this one. I want to thank our sponsor of tonight's ball game, P1FCU. They do so much for high school athletics here in the Inland Northwest. It is absolutely unbelievable what they do for kids in North Idaho. Sponsoring the new stadium that's being built down at Lewiston High School, a gorgeous facility if you haven't seen pictures.
Really appreciate it. And now, what do you draw up here, Ryan? What do you?
I like the draw play here. I think QB draw, put it right back in the middle of the field. Maybe you get lucky and he busts one into the end zone. But if worst case scenario, you take it back up the middle and cut it in half. You can think about kicking. Maybe you take a shot to the end zone. I mean, it's.
We've seen Lakeland stick to the sidelines here. This time you want to stay inbounds. Force Post Falls to take a timeout, stop that clock.
I mean, if they kicked from where it's at right now, it'd be about a 33-yarder. So it's not a long kick.
This is going to be a really intriguing play call here, that's for sure.
So Lovey Wild in the backfield with Benson. 2 receivers out to the right, 2 to the left. Taylor in motion. They're going to go fly sweep. Double reverse coming back the other way. The trickeration into the end zone. Touchdown Lakeland on the trick play. The double reverse strikes pay dirt. How about that? Cash Lund runs it in on the double reverse.
Well, we definitely had that. We didn't have that one scouted up in our timeout discussion, Ryan. I love the play calling and the creativity there from Coach Mike Schroeder. Nicely done.
I didn't get the spot on that previous play. They changed the scoreboard so quickly I couldn't get it out from how far out that was. I want to say that was from a 21 out, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was 3rd and 15 from, it was about the 21.
So Cash Lund with the 21-yard touchdown. The point after attempt is good.
Gotta like that. And though for Post Falls, 44 seconds left, 2 timeouts. This kickoff's going to be interesting. They need to get a good return and get some momentum.
Yeah, I mean, Post Falls, they're a quick strike offense, too, in their own right. So, I mean, they went down and got a touchdown in 2 minutes the last time they had the ball. But if you're Lakeland, I think you're just going to see how deep you can get them and hold your breath.
Yeah.
14-7, Lakeland with the lead at the half. And I kind of talked about this with you before the game. It was like, man, if it's going to be a close game, it's going to favor Lakeland. If it's going to be, you say like the point spread's going to be a significant margin, I'm like, oh yeah, Post Falls is putting the bootstraps to them.
Right.
But this is eerily similar to the game that we had a couple years ago right here at Lakeland when John Cornish went off for like 145 yards rushing and like 3 TDs in that win.
Your broadcast partner that night was Brandon Fury.
Who's on the Post Falls sidelines now coaching.
And he played for Lakeland, so we got to start calling this the Brandon Bowl.
Flag comes in after the return.
This will
from
be
Felix.
interesting. If this is against Lakeland, that is significant penalty yardage here for Post Falls.
Especially if that's a personal foul. I mean, that came sailing in from the like deep, almost towards the Lakeland sideline. Yeah, Brandon Fury was QB1 here for Lakeland. That's a holding penalty on Post Falls. So,
well, forget all of that then.
Changes things a little bit.
Changes the complexion.
School tonight, so you don't be surprised if you just see a lot of blank footage of a football field for a little bit.
Yeah, we'll just let it roll, and I'll be updating the Friday Night Flash in the background because Post Falls may have to kneel it down one more time here, and then we'll get to halftime.
So Post Falls took the -2 on the.
You better not count that yardage.
It counts. It counts every. It counts how it counts.
You can assign that to the team. You don't have to.
That's only on penalty yardage. So
wow.
Another kneel down, and that's going to be the end of the first half. Back here in a little while with some scores for you and the start of the second half of play here on IdahoSports.com.
Stick around.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Huckleberry smiles, stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange and not all focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
And we're back here at Lakeland at halftime, just about ready to start the second half of play. Get some stats for you. Lakeland's up 14-7 on the visiting Post Falls Trojans here on homecoming night. Stats in the game so far: 13 carries, 82 yards rushing for Lovey Weil. Hayden Benson, 5 carries, 59 yards. Jace Taylor, 1 carry for 2 yards. And then Cash Lund, 1 carry, 21 yards. And the tutty on that double reverse right there to kind of close out the first half of play. Post Falls in the rushing stats: Devin Burton, 8 carries, 30 yards and a touchdown. Isaac McKeown has -1 yard on 2 carries. And Brandon Felix, 4 carries, 24 yards for the Trojans. In the passing game, Hayden Benson is 7 of 10 for 123 yards passing. Jace Taylor receiving for the Lakeland, 5 receptions, 55 yards. 1 reception for Peyton Hillman, who went for 64 yards there to start that opening drive. And then Scott, 1 reception, 4 yards. Post Falls, a little bit of struggles there. 5 of 12 passing, 1 interception for McKeown. 46 yards on 3 receptions for Trent McLean, and then Matthews, 2 receptions, 10 yards for the Trojans. That is your stats from the first half in this ballgame. Lakeland, 2 turnovers, both lost fumbles to the Trojans. Post Falls has the 1 interception that went to Lakeland, and that's kind of your turnover margin there from the first half.
Yeah, it really was a game where the two sides mirrored each other, right? Some turnovers early. Lakeland had that fumble inside the 5-yard line. Post Falls threw that interception in the end zone. And then both teams kind of settled in as we got towards the end of the half. Really, the only thing that could have stopped the momentum for both of these teams was the halftime gun, right?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that would really stop that was themselves. If you look at Lakeland, I mean, points that they probably left on the board, they were deep in Post Falls territory twice with the fumbles. Post Falls was able to get the ball back, but only hit pay dirt on one of those trips back. So Lakeland, as it stands, 14-7 the lead coming out of halftime. 12 minutes up on the clock there as we are ready to get things underway. Post Falls is going to start with the football here coming out of halftime.
Yeah, this is a key drive here for the Trojans. I loved the right before halftime when Lakeland scored to take the lead, Ryan, and we debated in the timeout what were they going to call. They ended up doing the double reverse to Cash Lund from about 21 yards out.
Yeah, Schroeder said, "You guys pound sand. I'm not going to listen to either one of you."
Well, you know what that does too, though, but because the important games for Lakeland, this is an important game, but the ones that really count are Sandpoint, Lewiston in October for the Inland Empire League title. That's on film now. Now Sandpoint and Lewiston have to spend time practicing against that play.
And if you're watching this game, thank you for sticking out with us as we're back up and streaming live now. We've had some connectivity issues. It is a packed house here at Lakeland. I mean, we said 3,500. There might be closer to 4. I don't know. I mean, it is an absolute monstrous crowd for this ball game. And we've had some connectivity issues with the cell phone signals and all that stuff kind of interfering with everything. So thank you for sticking it out with us.
We appreciate it for sure. We appreciate your patience.
Yeah, so what do we do coming out of the opening kick? If you're Post Falls, you're going to look to set up an opening drive that just kind of steadily goes down the field. They put together one really nice drive that led to that touchdown where they went 82 yards and got the touchdown from 1 yard out from Devin Burton. But outside of that, I mean, they've had their player of the game so far has been their punter.
Yeah, he has. We're not saying that like facetiously. I mean, he's had a couple of really nice punts.
He really has.
Have kind of forced Lakeland to start from less than ideal field position.
So Post Falls is going to put 2 men back deep to receive. Post Falls and their visiting road whites with orange pants, black helmets. Felix back there along with Trenton McLean. Sterling going to tee it up for the Hawks in the home green with green pants, yellow helmets. A little bit of a breeze blowing out of the east end zone. Really been a pleasant evening here.
It's a good word, pleasant. Yeah, I like that. Can you tell it's been a long week for me? Every descriptive word I'm using is good.
So fireworks on the kickoff. as McLean's going to bring it up. Cuts back. He's got a nice seam down the sideline. Turns on the Jets across the 40. Cross midfield and out of bounds. Drugged down right about the 46-yard line. Huge return for Trenton McLean to open things up for the Trojans.
Fireworks in the sky, fireworks on the return, and Post Falls exactly what they needed here. Down 7.
So 52 yards on the return for McLean. Post Falls will set up shop, but there's a penalty on the return, so they'll take him back across midfield. They had a hold there. So Post Falls will get it at their own 45-yard line instead of the Lakeland 45-yard line. So three receivers out to the right. Burton in the backfield with McLean. Drops back to pass, surveys, throws, and
turnabout fair play.
Intended receiver was Jace Ostlin.
And you can tell these Post Falls fans are on edge a little bit here. They're not. They haven't encountered a lot of resistance like this throughout the regular season thus far.
It just means more, right?
I'm serious. We're over here in the kind of the Post Falls section because we're out in the bleachers. And
yep.
There's kind of an air of unease here. Now you're getting it right where almost where the kickoff return was anyways on that PI penalty.
This would have been the original return +5. So ball at the Lakeland 40. Pass out to the right side. That's McLean. A little bubble screen out there. Picks up 5 on the reception.
McEwen's pass complete to Trenton McLean.
So brings up second down at 10.
Gain of 5 yards. Second down and 5.
Sorry, second down at 5. I don't know why I said 10. It's been a long night, man.
Yeah, it's all right.
All the connectivity stuff, everything else.
How are we looking? We still green?
We're still green. We're good. We're still live. We'll do it live. Trips to the left side. Burton in the backfield. McLean in the pistol. He's going to throw it long past the sideline. He's got Ostlin. His receiver gets struck down, knocked out at the 20.
And that's the thing. When McEwen's got time and he sets his feet and he throws, generally it's on point. He's been just a little bit off on a couple of passes tonight when the pass rush has forced him to kind of abandon that clean pocket.
So 15-yard pitch and catch. Handoff inside. Burton with a huge cut and a run on first down. First down picks up 11 yards. 41 on the game so far for Devin Burton. And we got a player down on the field.
Member of the Lakeland Hawks here. Look at that. Pops back up. It's Cash Lund. He's kind of an important piece. He's had an interception tonight on defense. Had that 21-yard touchdown run. Probably right now our clubhouse leader for the IdahoSports.com player of the game.
Been doing it on defense and on offense. Is that Clive Hobbs, actually? That's Clive Hobbs. That's not Cash Lund.
Oh, 80. 80 is Cash Lund.
That's Clive Hobbs.
Hey, I'm doing this with no roster in hand, so.
The Mike backer.
That was a test. You passed.
Paying attention here, right? I swear. First down and goal. Ball at the 9-yard line for the Trojans. Snap, handoff, Burton straight ahead, clobbered for a loss of 1. It was like a car crash back there. Nice tackle by number 30, Peyton Sardina.
Trojans stacked up inside by number 66, Carter Vanek.
Vanek in there as well, shutting the door. So second down and goal from the 9. Just outside the 9, probably closer to the 10. McEwen surveys, screen in and out of the hands of intended receiver. He's looking for McLean. Falls incomplete. So 3rd and goal here.
Can Post Falls finish off a drive here? This is a monumental 3rd down.
You know, I don't want to say anything is like a must-have, but this is a pretty definitive, like, you got to get this one here.
Yeah.
Pressure coming. McEwen scrambling out to his right. He's looking to throw, and he's going to get chased down and throws it out of bounds. He's planted on the sideline.
Did the old Brett Favre there where he took the opposite hand and tried to pitch it ahead to the receiver, but
Terry Davis had a heat-seeking missile on him.
Now it's 4th down. I'm sure Post Falls is going to go for it here with 9:51 to play in the 3rd, but
they've got a decent kicker too. They got a freshman kicker, Singleton. So it's no guarantee. Obviously, they're going to go for it, though, on 4th down. Maybe take a look, see how they line up and call a timeout. We'll see. Bennett's kind of standing there out on the field. It's almost like he's going to call it.
Trying to get him to jump, and then they might take the timeout.
And they take the timeout instead.
Yeah, they were trying to get Lakeland to jump on the hard count, and then if that didn't happen, they're going to call a timeout and scheme something up here. Could we see our 2nd double reverse of the night, Ryan?
Not likely. Don't want to be the buzzkill there, but I don't know what Lakeland's. They are heated, chirping at the Post Falls sideline. You know, Post Falls does have 2 Lakeland guys, former Lakeland coaches, on their sideline. They got Brian Etchison, and we talked about Brandon Fury. You know, Brandon, the Lakeland grad. Brian was the offensive coordinator here with Tim Kiefer at Lakeland.
There's a lot of familiarity with these 2
yes.
programs, and really, I mean, mutual respect once they part and go their separate ways, you know?
Yeah, I've coached in this game. There's a lot of passion between these 2 programs. I mean, this means a lot. You know, Post Falls kind of, I don't want to say holds their nose up at Lakeland a little bit, but being the little brother, you know, some years you get stepped on, some years you get squeaked out, and Lakeland squeaks out a win. And Lakeland right now has been in the stat column dominating this game. So spread, McEwen surveys, throws the fade, back shoulder, incomplete, and here comes the flag and a free set of downs.
Wow, real 50-50 ball there, and
I don't know if that was catchable. That was out of bounds. He was looking for Jimerson, but threw it about 5 yards out of bounds.
We're going to get together and talk about it, at least.
That was way out there. But it is pass interference on the defense. Lakeland's had a few of those penalties tonight. Bring up a fresh set of downs and half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, and those are killers for sure.
And if Post Falls gets a touchdown here, Lakeland's going to look back at this one and be like, man, what in the world? It was good coverage, too. I mean, he just didn't need to make that much contact. Jimerson kind of pulled the man down with him, though. Roll to his left, or to his right, looking back shoulder again, and another penalty, another pass interference.
Man, and again,
that's Caden Carl.
You're not going to be able to get that first down, Ryan, because it's all goal to go here. So it was 4th and goal from the 4. Now it's going to be up to the 2. Now you're like in position where you could run it, conceivably.
Yeah, hand it off to Burton. You could scramble. So it's still 4th down. Sorry, it's not a free set of downs. Just half the distance. Here's Burton. Carry straight ahead. They're going to try to push from behind. Lakeland's making the stand. I don't think they're going to get forward progress.
Wow.
Yeah, that's eventually Burton ends up in the end zone, but they called it down. And the Post Falls fans are not happy. I think forward progress was stopped. That's just me independently out here. Forward progress had been stopped. And eventually Burton comes into the end zone, but it was after the whistle had already blown.
I'm with you there. Progress was totally halted. And if you want, to be upset on that play, you can look at the offensive line for not getting that strong push off the ball. Lakeland totally dominated that from the snap.
Yeah, I mean, Carter Vanek right up in the middle, stood the center and the guard straight up in the hole and absolutely halted any progress that there was. And then their Mike Backer came in and cleaned it up. And that was a great team defensive stand right there by the Hawks, deep with their back against the wall.
What an incredible stand there. Not one, but two pass interference penalties really gave Post Falls 6 cracks at it in goal-to-go situations. Couldn't get it. Wow.
So I would expect Lakeland to go I formation here and see if they can try to get out of the shadow, because they are deep in their own territory now, ball backed up at the 3-yard line. And they're just going to QB sneak it straight ahead. That's actually a nice game there from Benson.
And that's what I'm saying right now. Lakeland is owning the line of scrimmage, both offensively and defensively, and that is the biggest reason why they've got this 14-7 lead with 9:20 and rolling third quarter.
So second down at 7. Lakeland's going to have to go 97 yards if they're going to put points on the board. 9:07 on the clock here in the third quarter. Benson with a little bit of breathing room. He's going to be back with a shotgun. Expect some pressure here. Post Falls showing a little bit. He's going to keep it again over the left side. He's scrambling, and he picks up the first down. Gain of 8.
Hayden Benson on the carry, and it moves the chains.
How would you like this? Benson is 12 yards away from being the leading rusher for the Hawks in this game.
He's had some nice runs tonight. Really that big one when he took off on third down, 3rd and 10, and scrambled for about 25 in that first half. It was a key play.
And he opened with a 31-yard carry as well. So 8.5 here left in the third quarter. Trips to the right side. Benson in the shotgun. Handoff, Lovey Weil across the left side. Makes a cut back up the middle. Pick up, we'll give him 6 on the carry. Give him 7. Don't want to short the young man a yard when you earn it. Second down to 3. Breeze kicking up just a little bit. Tight end to the right, I formation. Benson under center, turnaround handoff. Wow, straight ahead, and initially met right at the line of scrimmage and somehow winds his way up to the line to gain, and I think he's going to get enough for the first down.
Kept those legs churning, and the number one ability great running backs have, it's not speed, it's not quickness, it's not burst, it's the ability to keep the legs driving while other people are trying to bring you down.
So Blake, the safety, makes the stop on that play. 1st and 10, ball at the 25-yard line. Clock continues to roll here. Benson in the shotgun. 2 receivers out to his right. Handoff, Weil right up the middle. Picks up a couple and then finally knocked back. Give him 2 on the carry.
While on the carry.
Meanwhile, that clock just bleeding like a stuck pig. 6:30 and rolling in the third.
American football out there. Gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
Was it something I said or the PA guy?
Yeah. Then the crowd responds. If you purchase this, I'm going to edit that part out. It's Benson's in the shotgun. Drops back to pass, rolling to his right. Throwing towards the sideline and out of bounds. Man, lucky they didn't go into the bench there.
Well, and there's one young man, number 13 for Lakeland, who's on crutches. That's
nowhere
tough
to go.
Yeah, he's
penalty flag on the field.
They've got these tremendous sponsorship signs, but doesn't give you much room to get out of the way of a live ball.
An eligible receiver downfield. One of the linemen was upfield. So 5-yard penalty will take him back. It'll remain second down.
Legal substitution, Lakeland.
6 minutes left here in the third quarter. As our friend Cashlon checks in.
And that's the thing. Yeah, we've talked about Lovey Weil a lot tonight, but Lakeland really has, 7 or 8 different guys they can get the ball to and feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, you've got Hillman, you've got Lund, you've got Taylor out there. Terry Davis. Pass over the right side. Jace Taylor snags it. Looking for some room. Gets back to the 25-yard line, and that's about it. He's going to pick up a couple.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be able to beat his man to the perimeter, but that door was closed pretty quickly there by Post Falls. And now you're looking at 3rd and 10 here, Ryan, from their own 25-yard line. Crucial 3rd down for both sides.
Lakeland has been able to bleed off about 3 minutes on the clock already since they started the drive at their own 3. Talked about it earlier. Good to see Paul Manzardo back there, the white hat. His son, we talked about, he's a Lake City grad. Kyle, playing for the Cleveland Guardians. Absolutely ripping the cover off the baseball right now. He is on fire. Screen out to the right side, incomplete.
The Guardians officially clinched a postseason spot today. So
they clinched yesterday, I thought, when Manzardo Kyle had a home run in that game. He led off with a home run. He was batting in the 2nd spot.
Yeah, maybe it was yesterday. I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought
it was yesterday.
Okay. That tells you what kind of week I had. And they're going for a first-round bye.
Yeah. Lakeland punt, kind of a wobbler. Takes a Post Falls bounce and rolls out of bounds about the 49-yard line of the Trojans.
That was huge. They'll take that. Starting at midfield, basically, down 7. But now the offense has got to do its job.
Well, they got a interesting spot there. They got a free. Lakeland got a free 4 yards added onto that punt. They got the home bounce.
A little bit of a quirk, but if you can't get 4 yards, come on.
So score up the road on I-90, or up the road from here. Timberlake leads Kellogg 47-6 in the third quarter.
Wow.
Just going on up Highway 41. So first down and 10, Post Falls with the ball. Throw out there on the bubble screen. Picks up 4 on the play. That was McLean on the reception.
McEwen's pass complete to number 8, Trenton McLean. 2nd and 6 for the Trojans.
2nd, 6, McEwen drops back. Slant, Jimerson with it. Tackled, first down, pickup of close to 10 yards there on the reception.
McEwen's pass complete to number 1, Caleb Jimerson. Moves the chains.
So that 10 yards puts McEwen right at the century mark in the ball game. Play action, rolling screen, coming back the other way. He's got Burton at the 30. Puts a juke on a man. Puts him on his wall. He's going to waltz into the end zone. Touchdown, Post Falls. Devin Burton on the reception, 40 yards. Pitch and catch.
And he was all alone and nobody home on that backside screen there.
We got a flag down.
Oh, bummer. That is way back at the 45-yard line. Or 35-yard line.
That could be a hold.
Man,
that was, or it could have been a legal man downfield because they threw a screen, but Burton was actually upfield. An offensive pass interference is what they're going to call. So play will be negated. Can roll off that 40-yard touchdown from Burton. And it ends up turning into a 10-yard loss. Actually more than that because it was in the backfield. They're going to mark it from the spot. So they called OPI behind the line of scrimmage. I don't know if I've ever seen that. So first and 25, ball at the 45 of the Trojans.
And Post Falls just can't get out of their own way.
McEwen drops back, looking down the sideline. Jimerson with room, and another contact. That is the 5th PI call on that specific cornerback, on Carl.
I mean, and that's just Post Falls sees it, and until an adjustment is made or something, they're going to keep going to the well. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, you get 5 PI calls on your corner. I think you got to discuss things a little bit, or maybe switch sides, put Taylor on Jimerson or something like that, which I think is exactly what they did. So now we're back to the original line of scrimmage.
What a long, strange trip it's been.
I feel like we've been here before. McEwen in the shotgun. He's going to turn around, hand it straight ahead. Felix met at the line of scrimmage. Picks up about 2 feet. We'll give him 1 on the carry.
Big collision inside. Number 4, Terry Davis being the truck leading the way.
Freshman is an absolute little Nate Bavacqua. I don't know if you could see him or not on your screen, but that kid is a freshman, and he is an absolute tank. You don't often see freshmen contributing at the 5A level. It's impressive.
Good genes.
That's right. Pitch out to the outside. Burton has a cut. He's trying to get to the line to gain. He's going to pick up 8.
Devin Burton on the carry as the Old Prairie Pig contest revives itself on the track. 3rd down, 1 yard to go for the Trojans.
So 3rd down and 1. McEwen in the pistol. Handoff. Burton straight ahead across the 30. Pick up a 5 in the 1st down.
Burton on the carry. Number 29, Noah Bodak making the tackle.
Bodak on the tackle for the Hawks.
The Trojans convert, 1st down and 10.
Craner comes off on the sideline for the Lakeland Hawks. 3 receivers out to the left. Jimerson in that middle slot position. Handoff. Burton left side makes 1 cut. Gets up to the close to the 20, and that's where he'll be stopped. Gain of 7. This is that Post Falls drives that we've been accustomed to seeing. Getting some momentum back here. 2:05 left here in the 3rd quarter.
6-yard gain, 2nd and 4.
So Burton has 60 yards rushing in the game so far.
A lot of that's come in this 2nd half, too.
Yes, it has. 2nd and long 3. Pass over the left side, incomplete. Into the ground. Bring up 3rd down. So 3rd down and long 3, maybe 4 yards. 1:41 left here as the clock stopped on the incompletion. 3rd quarter to play. McEwen drops back, passes back inside, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. And we got a flag on the play. I think we're going to get a personal foul on the Hawks. It'll be a 1st down for Post Falls.
That's going to drive Coach Schroeder nuts on the Lakeland sideline. Can't be having that.
You got to keep your wits about you.
Yes.
You don't need extra swing. You already had the incompletion. You need to keep continuing that play and throwing the player into the ground. But, you know, if you're Coach Bennett, you look at it like, all right, 3 yards, thank you. Like, you know, you're looking at 3rd down, 4th down right there. Instead, you get 1st down at 10, ball at the 15-yard line.
1st down and 10.
Sorry, ball at the 10-yard line. I swear I know what I'm doing. Minute 30 left. Tipped at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to fall incomplete. He was looking for his receiver, Jimerson, and also McLean was in the vicinity of the play.
I know I misidentified him earlier, but I think that was Cash Lund who got his hand up to tip that.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Oh, yeah, it was. Outside backer. He came out of the safety spot. He's kind of everywhere. He's going to walk and roll up on the defensive left end. Like he's going to blitz here. There he comes. They're going to throw out to the right side. Ball is caught. It's going to stay in bounds, pick up of a couple.
They have had a hard time in the red zone tonight. It's really bogged down for Post Falls. They threw
Burton on the reception.
Yeah, sorry. I should have let you finish.
You're good. Go ahead.
I mean, another third down here in the red zone for Post Falls. Can they convert?
So 3rd and 8. McEwen surveys. Pressure coming into his face. He's rolling to his left, looking. Throws in the corner. Touchdown, Post Falls. That's Jace Ostlund on the reception and the touchdown from 8 yards out.
Asked and answered. I asked if Post Falls could make a play in the red zone. They respond with a beautiful rollout and a dart thrown to that near pylon by McEwen. And a great catch by Ostlund, too.
So touchdown by the Trojans. Waiting for the PAT.
The Post Falls students are going to go over to the Lakeland student section for a little.
I don't know about that. They may get stopped pretty quickly.
Good-natured conversation.
Trying to touchdown train. I don't know. This could get ugly quick.
There's the conga line, folks.
They're going to get stopped.
Might have a 10-car pileup as they make their way down towards that Lakeland student section. And let's zoom in on the action.
So we're all knotted up at 14-all with 59 seconds left here in the third quarter. We'll thank our sponsor tonight's ball game, P1 FCU, your proud sponsor of high school athletics here locally. Get a touchdown and then you go rub it in the other team's face. That's a thing. I don't know. That's a flex, I guess. You've been behind the entire game. I mean, like, cool.
These are just kids having fun.
That's awesome.
You're right. Honestly, like overall,
you're getting
Post Falls has nothing to strut about. I mean, they just tied the game with 59 seconds to go in the third quarter. But
you have 1,800 kids in your high school to Lakeland 709.
Kids having fun, I'll let it pass.
Okay, yeah.
See, that's the kind of stuff you're only going to get on IdahoSports.com.
That's right.
You're not going to get that type of coverage with the student sections anywhere else. So.
That's a flex. We'll see if they can return it here as Lakeland going to get the ensuing kickoff. They're going to bring it back up to the 20, looking for a seam, and nothing doing. And swarmed under. We got to be careful there. That could end up in an injury pretty quick with that type of pileup.
Yeah, he got bowed up there at the end, and boy.
That's Peyton Sardina on the reception.
All right, so Post Falls has responded. 51 seconds to go in the third. Now, how does Lakeland answer the bell?
I think somebody lost their dinner over there on the sideline. I don't know if you want to get a picture of that or not.
No. You know, as a Green Bay Packers fan, that happened last Sunday. Jordan Love was supposed to throw the ball, and he ended up handing it off. Did you hear about this?
Barfed on?
His center, Josh Myers, barfed on the ball and then snapped it.
Hand off over to the right side. Actually, keeper. I thought Weil had it, but Benson keeps it. Picks up about 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry.
Hayden Benson carries the ball for Lakeland.
Bring up 2nd down and 7.
3 yards gain, 2nd and 7.
Still laughing at the Packers thing?
Yeah. All right, we're going to barf ball right on one.
Well, it's not like he did it on purpose.
Oh, I know that, yeah.
Heat of the moment, you know.
It's like the movie, was that The Replacements?
Yeah, he ate all those hard-boiled eggs before the game, the Japanese guy. This is good stuff. You're only getting it to IdahoSports.com.
That's what we get for being the late game, too. Lovey's Wiles going to spin upside and to get a yard on the play.
Yeah, you know, they used to have Pac-12 after dark, RIP.
You
get North Idaho.
You get IEL after dark?
Yeah, IEL after dark.
So 3rd down and 6. And timeout on the field. Nope, that's going to be the end of the quarter. So 4th quarter, the final stanza of play coming up. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. We'll be back here with more on IdahoSports.com.
Who isn't looking for extra ways to save some money these days, right? I'm always looking for new ways to save, but I haven't found anything better than my Ascend checking account. It's a free account that offers 3.5% of your average monthly balance. That could feed your coffee obsession for 2 weeks. Not only am I earning money, but it also has all the best features of a checking account. What's not to love?
Open your P1FCU checking account at P1FCU.org and start earning today.
And we're back here at Lakeland High School for the start of the 4th quarter play. Tie ball game, 14-all. This one's turning out to be a classic. Looking to come down to the wire here in Rathdrum. Lakeland with the football, 3rd down and 6 yards to go as they switch ends of the field.
In first place, and the winning class.
Benson with 125 yards passing in tonight's ball game. So far, Chase Taylor, 57 yards receiving, 64 yards from Peyton Hillman. McEwen's got 110 yards passing and a touchdown and 1 interception for the Trojans.
308 points. We would like to give a special
Burton,
shout out to the
60 yards on
for all of their hard work.
14 carries.
Wouldn't have happened without you. Ladies and gentlemen,
He's got a touchdown on the night.
Thank you for coming to the
Lovey Wiles got
homecoming.
96 yards rushing for the Hawks in the ballgame. Hayden Benson, 73 yards rushing for Lakeland. He's over 200 total yards as he's back to pass. Swings it out to the right, slings it to Taylor, diving reception. Only a gain of 2. That's going to be short of the line to gain. Actually, we'll give him 3 on the reception.
Pass completed, number 3, Chase Taylor. 4th down, 3 yards to go for Lakeland.
So 4th down. Jimerson's going to be back to receive for Post Falls. Lakeland's going to look to punt here.
That was a big stop from the Trojans. They're going to get the ball in good field position.
Kick is up and away. Fair catch from Jimerson at the 39-yard line. That's where Post Falls will set up shop.
11:22 to go. Deadlocked at 14. Post Falls basically at midfield. It's a good spot for the Trojans. Feel like they've gotten the momentum in this game.
Yeah, you've seen a palatable momentum shift in this ball game. Everybody's still here. Nobody's left. Not an empty seat in the house. Impressive crowd in tonight's ball game.
I didn't see what happened.
Oh. I'll tell you after the game. Rush over the left side, no gain on the play. Burton on the carry.
Devin Burton on the carry. Number 57, Lita. Paul is making the stop. No gain, 2nd and 10.
2nd down at 10. McEwen in the pistol. Gonna fake the toss. They're gonna run the screen back out the other side. They're gonna repeat it again. Burton has it this time and only picks up 4 on the play.
Screenplay for the Trojans. Number 21, Broxton Lukey making the stop. Late flag on the play.
Flag on the play. We might have had a sideline unsportsmanlike on the Hawks. I think that's going to be on Coach Schroeder. Yeah, I did come off the sideline.
And he'd already been warned.
He had.
In the first half after his
on the opening drive.
An animated conversation with our official, yes.
He was warned very sternly by Paul Manzardo. Everybody kind of heard that one in the crowd. came over very loudly, said, "Coach, you're done." Pass over the right side. Jimerson on the reception. Pickup of 7 on the play.
Right now, Lakeland just doesn't have an answer for whatever Post Falls wants to do here.
2nd and 3.
Long pass down the sideline, looking for Jimerson in the end zone. Incomplete, and another pass interference penalty. That is the 7th of the ball game when they've looked at Jimerson. He's drawn 7 pass interference penalties. I don't want to say completely like he's drawn them. Like you go out for pass and
famously in the NBA, they had the Jordan rules, right? Rough up Michael Jordan. The Jimerson rules tonight. We're just going to rough him up and
hack-a-shack.
We'll take the penalty flag, right? Yeah.
So first down at 10, ball at the 20-yard line after the penalty. Lakeland well over the century mark in penalty yardage. End around. Trenton McLean around the left side looking for the edge. Can't get there. He's going to pick up 2 on the carry. So second down and 8. Clock continues to roll here. 9:27 left here in the fourth quarter. McCune in the pistol. Trips out to the right side. Little speed option pitch. Felix looking for the edge. Trying to get the corner. Can't get there. Nice tackle on the outside. Cash Lund on the tackle, saving the day. And a pickup of 2 from Felix.
Number 80, Cash Lund making the stop on the play.
Cash Lund being Johnny on the spot out there on the end, running that down. 3rd and 5. McCune in the pistol. Surveys, looking. Has the receiver. Touchdown, Post Falls. Cody Matthews on the reception of the touchdown from 15 yards out, and a flag comes after the play.
Might be a little over excitement, or it might be against Lakeland. We'll see. Yeah.
I think it's a personal foul. I think Schroeder may have just gotten run.
You got to keep a cool head out there. Can't have that. That was a beautiful. The outside receiver ran a drag route, drew the defender with them, and then when Matthews ran the out route, all alone, nobody was there. The crossing routes have given Lakeland problems tonight.
So PAT is tacked on. Post Falls now has their first lead of the ballgame with 8:28 left here in the ballgame. And was that on Schroeder? Because I think it was. I think he's been ejected.
This is gut check time here for Lakeland. You've got to keep a cool head. It's only a 1-score game. I mean, 8:28 to go. But Post Falls has outscored Lakeland here, 14-0 in this second half of action. So you've just got to keep your head on straight and be focused.
So Tim Kiefer was out there in the huddle. I mean,
he's only coached about
30 years.
150 or so games here at Lakeland.
He's coached in 30 of these ball games. So the ejection has come. Schroeder has been run.
I have not seen that in a football game. I'll be honest. I've never seen that. Basketball, it happens sometimes. More intimate setting.
Yep.
I've never seen a football coach get tossed.
He's pleading his case pretty adamantly out there.
Here's the thing. I mean, he knew where the line was. It was established very early. I don't know what happened on this particular, but he's been towing the line all night, I feel like.
Oh, Manzardo, there's the finger point.
I mean, at this point, let's get on with the game. I mean, you're not going to reverse the decision.
Yep, and he said, so he finished with, "You're done."
You're not going to dissuade him.
That's exactly what he said. He said, "You're done."
You can't have that, though.
So I don't think they can start, actually, until if he's been removed. I don't know if they can start until he's off the sideline.
You can't.
Several penalties on the play.
You can't have the leader of your program, get tossed.
So kicking off from the 45-yard line of the Hawks is Post Falls. Schroeder's still on the sideline, so I don't know if he's been removed or not, but got a kick out of the end zone. Interesting. So I don't know if he's been ejected or not, but he's still on the sideline, so we'll see what happens here. Unless they got a player from the sideline on the personal foul. They didn't specify who it was actually on. But Lakeland's going to get the ball at the 20-yard line to start things off.
So what did we determine? Coach Schroeder is...
I don't know. He's still on the sideline.
He's still there, right?
Yeah, he's still there. So he must not have been ejected. It must have been on somebody else or on one of the Lakeland players. Handoff, left side, Lovey Wow looking for the edge. It's a gain there on first down of 4.
Regardless.
Give him 5 on the carry.
Player, coach, whatever it is, clean it up.
Yeah.
The penalties have just been outrageous tonight.
So that puts Weil over the century mark, 101 in the game.
McEwen, rather. Cannon McEwen making the stop. 2nd and 5.
$18 carries, 101 yards for Lovey Wow. Pass over the left side. That would have been probably better just left going incomplete, but it'll be reception out there for no gain to Hillman. Efficient night for Benson so far. 128 yards passing in the ball game.
5 yards to go for the Hawks.
And that's the thing. Lakeland's moved the ball pretty well, right? Every once in a while they get kind of bogged down, but.
So 3rd and long. They got to get something here. They got to get first down if they're going to stay back in this ball game. You can't turn the ball back over to a red-hot Post Falls offense. Benson scrambling, looking for a receiver, throws it over the head of his intended receiver. He was looking for Cash Lund and had him, just overthrew him by a stride.
Yeah, and Lund was open on, I'm not sure if it was a designed wheel route or just draw it up in the sand and get open. But
yeah, it was a scrambled play.
Oh, just overshot him.
4th and 5 for Lakeland.
And this Lakeland offense all of a sudden is really stalled out.
Sputtering as of late. McEwen's thrown 28 balls in this game. Punt almost muffed. Jimerson's going to fall on it at the 44-yard line where Post Falls will set up on their own side of the field.
And you feel like 7:16 to go. The way it's been going for Lakeland in this second half, Post Falls scores one more time. That might be too much to overcome.
That's the nail in the coffin. This Lakeland offense likes long, methodical drives.
Post Falls totally flipped the momentum of this game on its head, though.
Running out to the near side as Burton goes through a couple defenders and dives out there for a gain of 9, close to 10 yards.
Noah Bodak stepping up to make the tackle for Lakeland.
They're going to give him 10 in the first.
Trojans, 1st down and 10.
So 70 yards rushing in the ball game for Burton. 16 carries. Pass over the left side. And a loss on the reception of 2.5. That was McLean on the reception.
Yeah, that's one where McLean had to fall on it, and normally you'd say, okay, well, just let it go, but that was behind the line of scrimmage, live ball, so you got to.
That would have been a lateral pass. I mean, that's a loss of 4.
Right. So that's why he had to fall on it and make an attempt.
So McEwen in the pistol. Burton behind him. 3 receivers out to the right. H-back up there, too. It's Kendall Sage, the H-back, 6'3", 228-pounder. They're going to run right back up behind him. And ball is on the field, but I think they're going to say he's down. No gain on the play. That was McLean on the carry.
Lakeland is ready, and now with 5:50 and counting here, can Post Falls. You know, they've hit a couple of big passing plays in this second half. What do you dial up here on 3rd and 13?
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So it's Burton on the carry for no gain. Felix checks in. I mean, you can run that little screen pass right here. That's been successful, kind of your bread and butter. Rolling to his left, a little inside handoff. Lakeland's not fooled. Loss of 1 on the play. Great defensive stand and a beautiful read by the defender. That was Clive Hobbs on the tackle for loss.
Good thing I wasn't out there. I got totally bit on that. I thought McEwen was throwing it.
No, that was that little inside handoff, almost like a Statue of Liberty-esque.
Mm-hmm. And then McEwen really sold it with the pump fake at the end, too. So Lakeland's defense did their job. Now, depending on what kind of punt Post Falls gets off here, you know, Lakeland's going to be back inside their own 20 probably.
Snap. Kick is up. That's a towering punt. Fair catch from Wiles. Going to field it in the field of play close to the 15-yard line.
That was an excellent, you know, we've talked about the great punts all night. The snaps have been right. I mean, we've done a lot of high school games. The long snapping can be an adventure sometimes.
As a former long snapper, that's textbook, yeah.
Not at Post Falls.
Yeah,
I mean, that's impressive.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And again, you're not going to get anybody talking about long snapping anywhere else but IdahoSports.com.
So, 1st and 10, ball at the 15-yard line of the Hawks.
4:37 to go. You feel like this is it. This is Custer's last stand here.
They're going to have to go 85 to tie it. 4:37. Dropping back to pass. Benson scrambling. Flag on the play. He's still going. And he's going to get chased down close to the line to gain, but this is going to come back.
That Post Falls pass rush has really amplified their efforts in this second half, too.
Pretty sure I saw Laundry on the play, but I didn't. Nope, they picked it up. They picked it up. I thought I saw a flag on the play, but there wasn't. There was an 8-yard carry from Benson.
Good start to the drive.
Over 200 yards rushing for Lakeland in this ball game as a team. Trips out to the left side of Benson. Single receiver out to the right. Little bubble screen out there to Cash Lund. Trying to wind his way up for the first down. I think he's close to the line to gain. We'll see where they spot the ball.
Yeah, where that referee's standing, looks like he might be half a yard shy, but I'm looking at the far side.
It's also because you don't have your right shoe on. Happy Gilmore reference.
Yeah.
They're going to give him the first down.
Here's a pro tip. When you're looking at the spot, look at where the umpire places it, not the far side judge.
130 yards passing in the ball game. 3:18 and counting.
A lot of time coming off the clock here, though, in between plays for Lakeland.
Full complement of timeouts left for the Hawks as well. Snap, handoff, Weil over the right side, trying to find the edge, cuts back up inside, and picks up 8 on the carry.
I like that formation there. They had trips stacked to the short side of the field. They run to the wide side with Weil. clear him out, and with a one cut back like Weil, I like that.
So 2:43 and counting left in the ball game. Lakeland needs a touchdown and an extra point to tie it. Benson in the shotgun. Weil in the backfield with him. A little shift over to the right side. Maybe see a counter coming back to the left. We'll see toss out there to the right. Looking for the edge. First down, gets it. Pick up a 5 and the first.
And that clock will stop momentarily while they move the chains. And as soon as they set that ball, that clock will start winding again here. 2:19 to play.
There it is. Clock winds.
And they just, Lakeland's going with like mass personnel substitutions and stuff. You're like, you're in the 2-minute drill. You got to pick your guys and go.
I don't know if they have a no huddle. That's the problem. So they're going trips wide to the left, single receiver out to the right, Weil in the backfield. Benson barking out the signals. Drops back, surveying, looking. Has a receiver. Jace Taylor with the reception at the 45-yard line. He's into Post Falls territory, first down at 10.
And you thought at some point they were going to have to dial up something a little deeper, and there they find it. Jace Taylor's been the guy tonight. When they've needed something, you know, in that 8 to 15-yard range, Taylor's been the guy they've dialed up.
So first and 10, Lakeland's in business. 1:40 and counting, 3 timeouts left for the Hawks. First and 10. Benson in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the short side here. Single receiver is Hillman wide to the right. Quick pass, screen, up the middle, incomplete, stops the clock.
That's a good drop there.
That actually helps. You don't have to, it saves you the timeout.
Because that was going nowhere. Post Falls was there, ready to defend. Drop it, stop the clock, 2nd and 10. And again, 1:21 to go. They still have all 3 timeouts left too, Ryan. So they have options here.
Yep. Benson in the shotgun. Surveys, pressure, finds his man. Taylor across the middle. First down. He's going out of bounds, stops the clock. Pickup of 16 in the first down.
And Lakeland giving Post Falls a little taste of their own medicine. Post Falls has run those crossers really well tonight. Lakeland with the crossing route that time. Taylor wide open over the middle. Man, right at the 30-yard line. That's right where our camera is tonight. Now we finally got a good shot at the action here, Ryan. Not quite at the 50-yard line, but 1:14 to go.
Benson dropping back. Has a receiver. Huge hit, but keeps the ball. Cash Lund with an unbelievable reception. But a huge hit out there by the defender. Oh. Holy cow. That was Kyle Miller on the tackle. Holy smokes.
Mercy. Oh.
We will have to have that on replay. That was, holy cow, a timeout on the field. Just under a minute to play.
How did Lund hang on to that?
That is unbelievable.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. Lakeland takes their first time out here, 59 seconds to go.
So Benson, 166 yards passing in the ballgame, complemented by 81 yards rushing, 114 yards rushing from Lovey Weil. Taylor's got 93 yards receiving in the ballgame for the Hawks. So pretty impressive offensive output for Lakeland in this one. Post Falls in the second half has been on fire.
Yeah, and Lakeland kind of unraveled. A lot of unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, a lot of pass interference penalties on defense. None of that matters right now. All that matters is can the offense get the equalizer here with a minute to go.
McEwen's been 7 of 10 here in the second half with a touchdown. 2 touchdowns, sorry.
I think Post Falls simplified the offense a little bit for him, too, in the second half.
Yep.
It's worked really well.
So Benson in the shotgun. Trips to the right side. 2nd and 7, under a minute to play. Surveying, rolling, scrambling, looking for anything. He's going to get tackled at the 25-yard line. Picks up a gain of 2, but that clock continues to run.
Yeah, they're going to burn another timeout here. not only to stop the clock, but because it's 3rd and 5. Important down here with 47 seconds to go.
You got to go 25 yards for the touchdown.
You got to think maybe a quick out route, something to the sideline, get out of bounds, stop that clock. Only because we saw Lakeland do that in the first half, right?
I like Jace Taylor, how he kind of runs that quick slant and then brings it back out to the sideline. That might be a good little pattern for him. He's been the man to catch so far on this drive.
Do they run the ball and try and catch Post Falls off guard?
Call me crazy. Delay to love you a while. Call me crazy. Where
the ball is, it's on that near hash. We'll see, but they've been stacking trips to the short side, and then they've been letting Weil run to the wide side. This will be very telling if they go trips to the short side, I think.
So huge defensive stand for Post Falls here. The ball game kind of waning right here. Lakeland looking for the tie. See if we go our first OT game of the season. Benson in the gun. Passes over left side. Doesn't get the first down. No gain on the reception. That was Dylan Scott. Brings up 4th down.
You've got to at least run to the sticks. You can't run short of that on 3rd down. And Lakeland's going to burn their final timeout here too. So they went from having 3 timeouts, 1st and 10 at the 35, with about a minute to go, to 4th and 5 now, ball at the 25, and all 3 timeouts now gone. I didn't like that last play because
you got to get the first down. You got to run sticks.
He was at the line of scrimmage when he caught that, and so. Oh, and it's not like you're asking. I mean, you're asking him to go 5 yards to get to the sticks. So
I mean, give your QB a chance there. He got the completion, but you got to get some yardage there. Cut it in half at least, because it gives you a chance to run the ball possibly.
Now I think here, Coach Schroeder potentially could call for a hot route, and if it's not there for Benson and you think you can run for it, go.
Scramble drill.
Definitely in the realm of possibility. But no matter what, the receiver's got to get to the 20-yard line.
So 4th and 5. It's the ball game right here. 30 seconds left. Benson in the shotgun. 2 receivers to each side. Lovey Weil in the backfield with him. And Post Falls is going to call a timeout here to see what's cooking. So got a chance to see what Lakeland was going to possibly tip their hand with.
I mean, it was just a 4-wide formation. They did have Peyton Hillman in the slot on the top of your screen there to that wide side. You know, he's 6'2", 185. That's a guy you could run a quick little flag route, get him open over the middle.
Could run a smash concept real easy as well.
And now, so Post Falls takes their time. So game reset, 30 seconds left, 21-14. Post Falls with the 7-point lead. Lakeland facing a 4th and 5 at the Post Falls 25-yard line. No timeouts left for Lakeland. Post Falls has 1 timeout remaining. What's on the line? Possibly the first loss of the season for Post Falls, or maybe they go to 4-0. For Lakeland, they're 3-1, and they're trying to avoid going to 3-2. Non-conference game, been a really fun one tonight.
Yeah, battle for the Prairie. This has been a great ball game. Lakeland had the lead until the 4th quarter.
They led 14-7 at halftime. Post Falls has outscored them 14-0 in this second half of play.
So it is 4th in the ball game right here. 4th down and 5. Lakeland with the ball, 25-yard line. Benson in the shotgun. 2 receivers to each side. Looking for Weil down the seam. He's got a touchdown, Lakeland Hawks! Are you kidding me? 25 yards. Benson to Weil right down the seam. Unbelievable.
Wow.
What? And the air just got sucked out of the east side of the stands.
And I tell you what, if I'm Lakeland, I'm lining up and, well, they're going to bring out Sterling.
Sterling's been nails. Are they going to go for 2 in the win?
Yeah, I would. I love this. Line up and go for 2.
So here it is for the ball game right here. 24 seconds left. Lakeland going for two. Tossed to Weil. Inside. He is stuffed. Post Falls stuffs him at the half-yard line. That's the ball game, folks. 24 seconds. Lakeland's going to have to try to get the onside. Your kicker's been, I'm not going to second guess. It's a 50-50 call. Weil tried to get in there and just couldn't get the line to gain. He could not get to the goal line.
How ironic. Post Falls went for it on 4th and goal from the 2 and got stuffed by Lakeland. Now when Lakeland has a chance to go for 2 from the 2, Post Falls, almost like a point of pride, said, we're not going to let you guys score either. Wow, what a stand. And there's too many guys to single out because the whole right side of that line caved in. Post Falls was ready. Wow, what a stand.
Tyrus Blake was in there from the safety spot. I mean, there was, holy cow. You don't want to, it's like shoulda, coulda, wouldas, right? And I mean, as the former coach, I look at that and I'm like, man, my kicker's been automatic, take the points.
No.
But you're like, no, you get the riverboat gambler, right?
If you get it, you're the hero. If you don't, hey, that's football. I loved it. Oh, that's great.
What a ball game. Are you kidding me? This has been an instant classic. And a timeout. Unbelievable.
Huh. Timeout Post Falls. I mean, you have to know the onside kick is coming. So I don't know what more you could say to your guys that you couldn't have said already in the post touchdown huddle. But man, Lakeland ties it with 24 seconds to go on a 4th and 5 from the 25-yard touchdown pass from Benson to Weil. And we didn't get to really talk about the play. They went with 4 wide, 2 receivers stacked on either side, and they all kind of cleared out the middle for Weil on the go route, basically.
So it was like a smash on the outside to suck the safety up to the corner out.
Yeah.
Corners had to stay with the 3-yard hitch. And Weil went right down the seam and parted the Red Sea. That was an unbelievable play call.
I'll tell you what, Blaine Bennett for Post Falls, Mike Schroeder for Lakeland tonight. The 2 head coaches have drawn up some really nice plays.
So here it is, onside attempt right here. Skip in the bounce. Oh, almost goes over the hands, but recovered by Austin. Post Falls is going to get the ball back. They're going to be able to put some knees on it and come on out of here, eking away a 1-point win. Spoiling homecoming for Lakeland, 21-20. What a ball game. I don't even know who we're going to pick for IdahoSports.com player of the game. Stat-wise, it leans heavily towards Lakeland, but can you choose a losing player in a – yeah, I mean, we'll have to talk about it.
No, you can't. And Lakeland, homecoming, you didn't win, but you've got nothing to be ashamed of.
No.
I mean, you went toe-to-toe with one of the best 6A teams in the state. I mean, there aren't that many 6A teams that are left that are undefeated. So Post Falls is going to continue it.
So snap and the knee, and that's going to do it. Winner of tonight's ball game. What a ball game, folks. Post Falls wins 21-20 in an absolute thriller.
21, the Lakeland Hawks 20.
You've been treated to an absolute gem of a ball game tonight. Fireworks going off
I'm Mark Gordon, reminding you
as we close out homecoming.
to keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the star.
There it is.
You're like that dad recording fireworks. Is that
Yeah, why not? Dinner and a show tonight.
But, folks, you guys were witness to an absolute classic of a ball game in the Prairie Battle. Post Falls comes away victorious 21-20 over Lakeland. Lakeland looked dead to rights there on 4th down. Gets the touchdown from 25 yards out. Goes for 2 and gets stuffed. What a huge stand by the Trojans and a great ball game. Stats in tonight's ball game. Let's start for the Hawks.
And you can
Benson.
You can take a break if you need to.
Yeah,
add
I think I'm gonna add this all up. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back here with more here on IdahoSports.com.
This year helped dream more.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Who isn't looking for extra ways to save some money these days, right? I'm always looking for new ways to save, but I haven't found anything better than my Ascend checking account. It's a free account that offers 3.5% of your average monthly balance. That could feed your coffee obsession for 2 weeks. Not only am I earning money, but it also has all the best features of a checking account. What's not to love?
Open your P1FCU checking account at p1fcu.org and start earning today.
And we're back here at Lakeland High School. Post Falls wins post-game 21-20 over Lakeland on Lakeland's homecoming. What a dandy of a ball game. Some stats in tonight's game for you. First off, for the Hawks in the rushing attack, Lakeland, Lovey Weil had 115 yards on 20 carries. Hayden Benson, 10 carries, 83 yards rushing. Jace Taylor, 1 carry, 2 yards. And then Cash Lund, 21 yards on a single carry and a touchdown. Receiving, Jace Taylor had 93 yards receiving for Lakeland. Peyton Hillman had 2 receptions, 64 yards. Lovey Weil, 1 reception, 25 yards and a touchdown. Cash Lund, 2 receptions for 5 yards. And Scott, 2 receptions for 4 yards. Benson was 16 of 22 for 191 and a touchdown in tonight's ball game. For Post Falls rushing, we have 17 carries for 70 yards from Devin Burton and a touchdown. Isaac McEwen, 2 carries for -1 yard. Felix had 7 carries for 25 yards. McLean had 2 carries for 2 yards. Passing attack, McEwen was 15 of 29 for 133, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Jimerson, 2 receptions for 17 yards. McLean, 6 receptions for 52 yards. Matthews had 3 receptions for 25 and a touchdown. Ostlin had 2 receptions for 23 yards and a touchdown. And Burton had 2 receptions for 6 yards. So, yeah, I guess we can roll out our IdahoSports.com player of the game, brought to you by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. This is you could call it a cop-out award for this week, but it was well-deserved. With 2 turnover recoveries and a huge stuff there at the very end of the ball game, our player of the game tonight is the Post Falls defense. With a huge stand there to seal the deal and get the victory. What a ball game tonight, Brandon.
I mean, they did. They had the 2 big fumble recoveries in that first half. Both times Lakeland was inside the 20. One time they were inside the 5. They were getting ready to go in. So 2 big takeaways in the first half to keep them in it. And then, the ultimate play at the very end. Lakeland scores what they think is going to be the game-tying touchdown. They decide to go for the 2-point conversion. I'm not joking. The entire right side of that offensive line collapsed as Post Falls surged ahead, stopped Lovey Weil. What wasn't even close. And for Post Falls, it was nice to see them win a low-scoring defensive game, win an ugly game, because it's been kind of cruise control for the Trojans here in the early going.
Statistically, it tilted way heavy in Lakeland's favor in this ball game. Total yardage, Lakeland obliterated them. Here's where you want to know how Post Falls stayed in this game. Lakeland had 11 penalties and over 200 yards in penalty yardage. You can't have that happen. When I say 11, that's actually wrong. That was 15 penalties and over 200 yards in penalties on the Hawks in this ballgame.
This guy tonight, Jimerson for Post Falls, they couldn't stop him.
Yeah.
They on him alone committed 5 or 6 pass interference penalties.
7. It was 7 pass interference penalties going Jimerson's direction.
They had no answer.
An unbelievable night of football. What a great game we were treated to. Post Falls wins 21-20 over Lakeland. And we're going to be back in action in a few weeks. We'll probably be I think our next game might be at Post Falls when they take on Coeur d'Alene, if I'm not mistaken. So keep tuned to the IdahoSports.com schedule. Stay tuned every week. We've got the weekly new Gem State Game Day. You can be tuned with all the updates. We'll kind of recap the games from the week prior and set the table for the next weekend and the feast of Friday night games coming up next week. So tune in every Thursday morning here on IdahoSports.com for Gem State Game Day. You can tune in every Wednesday for the North Idaho Prepcast here on IdahoSports.com with Brandon and myself. You can join us and tune in every Wednesday morning. We have that live for you. So your winner tonight, Post Falls wins 21-20 over Lakeland on Lakeland's homecoming. Players of the game tonight in the ballgame is Post Falls' defense. This has been North Idaho Game Night, brought to you locally by P1FCU, brought to you by also statewide by Project Filter, Valleywide Cooperative, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Additional coverage here on IdahoSports.com is obviously brought to you by P1FCU. I want to thank you for joining us tonight, battling through all of the difficulties we had with our stream. We had a dandy from the end of the halftime until the end of the game, so thank you for sticking it out with us. Post Falls wins 21-20 over Lakeland. Thank you for joining Brandon and myself. We'll be back with you again real soon here on IdahoSports.com. I want to thank you and have a great night.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the